I've spoken many times about my native state and what we went through with Tropical Storm Irene. I was born in Vermont. My parents, my family came to Vermont in the 1800s. We have nothing in my lifetime has approached the devastation we've seen in our state. Vermonters continue to struggle to regain a sense of normalcy. Bridges, railways, roads remain damaged or wiped out. Many homes, businesses, and schools that were not entirely washed away need profound repairs. Farmers are struggling to salvage what they can of their livelihoods. It's late September, Mr. President. In Vermont, October can bring snow. From amid the din and destruction, debris of this horrific natural disaster come hundreds of heartening stories of either things I've seen firsthand or I've heard about Vermonters rising to the occasion, help their neighbors, their friends, even strangers, as we mobilize to recover. I saw a man shoveling out a store. I asked him if it was his store. He said, no. I said, you live here? He said, no, I live 2 towns over. I said, you know the store owner? No. But he said, I wasn't damaged. I wasn't hurt. He was. I would hope if I was hurt, somebody would help me. Now, Vermonters are known for our sense of community. We're known for our flinty determination. Our state's people have proven their fortitude tenfold in the aftermath of this disaster. The Weston Playhouse, a renowned playhouse where actors from around the country come in the summertime, had half of their theater and performance stage wiped out by the floods. Theater groups stripped the entire playhouse, set up a temporary stage so they could perform the upcoming show. The town meeting house in Little Pittsfield has been converted into a medical clinic. The Air National Guard dropped more than 14,000 meals ready to eat in towns so that those stranded had enough food. In addition to those meals, many others donated meat and other goods, so there's plenty of food to go around. Schools have fundraised to help provide free hot breakfasts to students. Vermonters around the state have opened their homes to those that lost theirs during their storm. Various fundraisers, including some who are college students, classmates of my son in college. They have a group called Fish. They did their first live concert in years. They raised over $1 million. I mean, just one thing after the, but then there's also children having bake sales and car washes to raise money. One way where the Indomitable Vermont spirit is endured is through the remarkable efforts of Vermont students and schools. School has started. I know, I have grandchildren going to school there. The schools faced tremendous challenges opening their doors just days after Irene descended on us. Many had to delay opening for a few days because school buildings were serving as community center for families who had lost their homes. Children lost everything in the storm. But let me show you a couple examples. Students making the most. Look at this New York Times. Look at this New York Times picture, Mr. President. This is the Barstow Memorial School students in Chittenden. Chittenden is actually in Rutland County. It's down in the southwest part of our state. They used this trail to navigate on their way to school. They were going to go to school. They were cut off. There's no road to go to school, to get to the school bus. These parents, these children said, we're going to school. Look at the mud on this child's legs. Look at the people, look at them walking, carrying things. We're going to school. The washout on Route 4 took weeks to fix. So these students slogged along a muddy trail to meet vans and cars half a mile away. They did whether it was raining or dark or cold or anything else. And these cars carried the students to buses to take them the rest of the way to school. Community members helped by chaperone the children on the trail. Whole community turned out. They stood there, they passed out snacks and refreshments. Now, these students arrived at school, they were caked with mud. They didn't look like the children normally come to school, but they were proud of their twice-a-day routine. They made it to school. Moortown Elementary. This is one town over from where I live. I had a grandmother board there. They fared worse than many schools in the state. The building sustained damage when flooding overtook the school's septic system. The principal and teachers came together. They organized a series of field trips to get the kids out of a devastated town so that they could continue their studies. They visited Shelburne Farms and Montshire Museum, just named two venues. And last week, with the school still closed, they met. Look at that. Baseball field was covered by donated tents. This photos from the website of Vermont Public Radio. Teachers held classes. School's office operated from a pop-up trailer. Kids took well their new school schedule. Teachers there are glad to provide the support they need.
Senator's time has expired.
Mr. President, I'll put the rest of my statement on the record, but I just say one thing, and I'd ask consent for one more minute.
Without objection.
We Americans are spending hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars to rebuild Iraq and Afghanistan. Let's spend some money to rebuild America for Americans. I yield the floor.